What's the difference between these two books? They're part of a series, the Inner Work series. This first book is all about becoming more self aware and breaking free from patterns that are causing you suffering in your personal life. It goes through what is called the themes of consciousness, which were all about developing self esteem and working through the wounds of your ego. So, these are all the patterns of your ego that cause you suffering and cause you setbacks, they cause disempowerment, self sabotage. And we have to build through these stages like self esteem. So, for example, once you've worked through and healed your rejection wounds, you can then be able to handle making mistakes and not get lost in guilt. You're able to then handle the overwhelm of consequences. Once you learn how to manage the overwhelm from negative consequences, sometimes you're then able to handle taking losses in your life and so forth. You're able to develop your self-esteem to be able to feel the most empowered, happy, free, and authentic. That would be the biggest thing about this book. It's also very psychological. It teaches you how your mind works. It's going to show you traumas that are connected to these wounds, defense mechanisms that it causes people to have. It even shows you how this affects our media choices, our interests and values, how it affects how you think and believe, how your thoughts operate, and all about having an awakening of discernment about how your mind is operating and how it is affecting you and causing you unnecessary suffering and setbacks. So by doing this inner work, you're able to move into the higher fun things about life, accepting a higher destiny for yourself, living the life you truly want to live, which is why it's an invitation to true freedom and lasting happiness, having the life you really want. This book, on the other hand, is all about two people working through their wounds and how it shows up in a relationship. Like, we all think we're healed when we're by ourselves, but as soon as you get in a relationship, you're both bringing in patterns of wounding that now could be affecting you. This book is really about moving through that same chart, but now with the perspective of how this is coming from your wounded inner child that is wanting to be loved and how these things show up in a relationship. This book is really designed to be read with a partner, or you can do the work by yourself for your next relationship, or just share it with your partner as you go. But most effective is, doing this work with someone else, because ultimately, you can both sit with things and say, oh my gosh, this is like my wound of violation, and this is my wound of rejection. I do this, you do this. What are the supportive things like we can do for each other? Gives you a lot of strategies of how to navigate your relationship and how to see very, very clearly how things are showing up for you and how you can create an entirely different relationship if you become aware of it. Ultimately, those patterns of human behavior are so predictable. So both books are an incredible asset and tool in your journey. And it just depends on which focus you want to do. A lot of times we would recommend reading them both at the same time, because you can obviously be doing your own personal work and likewise be very interested in how it's showing up for your relationship.